Short exercise 2-8, we're going to prepare a trial balance. Now remember, the main reason that we do a trial balance is to double check that our debits equal our credits, but also a trial balance can be used to help us create our 3 financial statements. So Smithson Floor Coverings reported the following summarized data at the end of December. Accounts appear in no particular order and all have normal balances. In other words, a normal balance just means that their balances are on the plus side. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a trial balance, and we're going to list all the accounts that have a balance. Remember, if an account ever has a 0 balance, you would not put it on the trial balance. But as you notice here, all of them have a balance. Now, to be honest with you, my accounting lab is not going to enforce that you put this in a proper order, but let's try to do this in the proper order. The proper order is to put assets first. So let's see how many assets we have here. We've got equipment, we've got cash, and we have accounts receivable. All right, so within the asset section, you should put the asset that's most liquid at the top, and that's always cash. So cash goes first, and then we've got equipment and accounts receivable. Accounts receivable is more liquid than equipment. Remember, you're hoping within 30 days, because that's how soon accounts receivable are due. You're hoping within 30 days you will turn that into cash by collecting on it. So we're going to put accounts receivable next. And then equipment is the last of the assets. And then we're just going to put the balances in the correct column. Now remember, assets always have the plus sign on the left side. So all of these will be debit balances. And notice up here it also says that all these accounts have normal balances. So cash, I'm just going to copy and paste. Cash, 7 grand. Accounts receivable, 3,600. Equipment, 36,000. All right. Now the proper order after assets are liabilities. Let's see how many liabilities they have. So we're looking for payables. Anything with a payable. So we got accounts payable here. We got salaries payable. And let's see here, we got interest payable. And did I miss one? No, I think that's all the payables. So liabilities, which is what these payables are, they are listed in order of how soon will they be paid. Accounts payable are always due within 30 days, so they're always the first liability listed. And which side is the plus side for liabilities? That's the credit side. So then let's see what else we got. We got salaries payable, and we've got interest payable. So how often do you have to pay salaries? Well, probably every 2 weeks, so that would probably be next. Salaries payable. And remember, you can technically put these in any order. My accounting lab does not care as long as you get the debits and credits correct. But we're trying to do this like we would on the job. Also on the job, you'd look at their previous trial balance or their chart of accounts to see the order of liquidity. See, the last liability we have here is interest payable, 6,000. Remember, liabilities have the plus sign on the right side. Interest payable, where did you go? There we go. All right, so we got the assets, we got the liabilities. What's after that? We've got capital. We've got the owner's equity account, which is capital. So we got, and then usually draw is included, but I don't see it. Yeah, there is a draws. So let's do Smithson Capital. And then we'll do Smithson Withdrawals, because these are the 2 equity accounts. That's what they kind of consider the equity accounts. So let's see here, withdrawals. So let's talk about capital. Which side is the plus side for capital? It is the credit side. And which side is the plus side for withdrawals? It's the debit side. All right, we got assets, liabilities, the 2 equity accounts. Technically, capital is the equity account, but withdrawals is always listed next because it also affects equity. And then what else affects equity? We got revenues and then expenses. So where's our revenue? We got service revenue here, 26,000. Service revenue. And which side is the plus side for revenue? It's the right side. Then we've got expenses. We list those in any order. So we got 17,000 of rent expense. Let's see. Oh, and why am I putting it on the debit side? Because that's the plus side for expenses. How many other expenses we got? We got salaries expense, 1,600. And then we've got utilities expense, 1,900. So the last thing we do, we're going to add up the debits. So we're going to add up all these debits, and we get 83,000. Put the comma in there so it's easier for you to read. And then when we add these up, we add up the credits, we also get 83,200. Oops, wrong place. And now our debits equal our credits. So now, if their next step was to create income or financial statements, they would create the income statement first. And if you're curious if the company made a profit, you take revenue minus these expenses. So it looks like they've got a little profit. Anyway, check answer. Fantastic. And that's it, our trial balance.